Hey guys, thanks for stopping in. How you all doing? It's been one hell of a long week here. Friday finally. Think feels like I've done 100 hours. Probably that's an exaggeration, like maybe 80 hours. What a scuffed contract this week. Anyway, cheers to that. And I've been too busy to open mail last 2 weeks. 2 weeks ago, my daughter was really sick, and luckily that's passed. I'm very grateful for that. And this week was just a lot of catching up at work, and then other things, just being a lot in demand. And played at the Brasslands last weekend, and catching up on sleep. Anyways, what can I say? Here we are. I have some mail to open. Let's get right to it. Always puts me in a good mood to get to open some of this stuff. Okay. First, so thank you. Yeah, this is from Nathan. And I too often forget to actually message people back just because of how long it takes me to open my mail. And sometimes I just put the envelopes into the recycling without thinking of jotting down every person. But everything I've ever ordered from the people who I trade and do card deals with has always arrived. I've been really lucky like that too. So here we have. Oh, that's a cool one. Look at this, guys. I think one of those just super top Magic cards of all time. Definitely one of my favorites. So this is an Alpha Word of Command. Awesome card. I don't know if you're not familiar with this card, I'll read to you what it does. It is an instant for 2 black. It's a nice condition too. This is like a really good player's copy. I'm really sick card, and this is going to my buddy Max. But yeah, I have a copy too, and I'm going to maybe put it in my alpha if I ever get around to making a deck with black. You may look at opponent's hand. This is instant speed. So first off, you get to look at their hand for 2 black, not bad, and choose any card opponent can legally play using mana from his or her mana pool or lands. Opponent must then play this card immediately. You make all decisions it calls for. The spell may not be countered after you have looked at the opponent's hand. So anything they want to do before you look at their hand, they have to make that decision. Either using their mana to cast their own spells, stuff like that, if they can. But sometimes they don't have. They have only sorcery speed spells. You can't play one of those in response. So yeah, here we go. That is a beauty of a card. Sick. All right. From Nathan, thank you again. Put that up here. Next, this is from Propaganda MTG. I forget. I think I know who that is. I always forget. That's his company, I guess. I'll know when I open it up. Okay, awesome. Also from my friend Max, who is working on a black alpha deck. This is a Black Knight, so that's amazing. Super great card. Protection from white, first strike, 2/2 for 2 black. And if all you have are swamps, this is your turn 2 play. Maybe turn 1 of a Mox if you're lucky. Great condition on that, honestly. What a sweet player's copy. So that's from Monroe, and that's awesome of him. And I have something else from Monroe. What's in this one? Guess what? It's not my mail day. It's Max's mail day here. It's one more bunch of stuff for him. I'm just helping him out because he doesn't know much about alpha as much as I do, and where to get cards. And I also have the ability to pay in US dollars, which helps him. So he just got 4 swamps. These are These are taking a hit. This one here, look at the bend on this one. Wow. That is a, can you guys see that? That is a gnarly bend on the edge of that. It's, but that actually is gonna go away. I think I can fix that up. So there you go. There's some lands to cast your spells with. Awesome. Go right along here. This guy. This is from Sam. Sam has most probably taped the cards into the envelope. There we go. We're making progress. All right, thank you. Thank you for using this tape, Sam. That wasn't such a pain to remove. All right, Sam sent us, looks like some islands. Huh. Oh yeah. So Beta Island, Beta Plains, and Unlimited Soul Ring. Why? Because you always need more Unlimited Soul Rings. You're never gonna not need those. So you guys heard of Ante? Anybody? Anyways, so there's a little player set of cards. I could do a few things with those. Maybe do some altars. Maybe do a giveaway. Maybe just stuff them in the deck. I'm not sure yet. Next, this is from Robert. I'm gonna take that off here. Cut it upside down. So this is a really cool card. And it completes a set for me. Now I've owned a lot of these, but people keep asking me for them, so I keep ending up like sending my copies elsewhere. So I keep having to get new copies for myself. So you'll see what this is in a second. It's a great card, amazing artwork, Alpha Icy Manipulator, right? Great card, amazing artwork, and pretty high in demand. Like I say, every time I try to make a playset of these, I end up losing my playset. Someone will ask me for one, and I don't have to, but I try to help people out. Give them my most beat up copy, because people are usually starting out, and as I was, and you want the one you can afford is usually the most played copy. What have I got in here? Okay, that's not, so just some dust. This is my upgrade. It's a really nice copy. Look at that. I think that's the most beautiful art too, the alpha one. I don't know kind of what happened here. I don't remember that being on the card, but maybe it was just an unfortunate thing of shipping. Maybe it always had that little thing up there. But anyway, great cool card. I'm going to re-sleeve it because it's actually pretty great condition still. Moving along, this guy, this is from Card House. Oh, this is from Kid Icarus, of course. It's from Preston. I don't remember what I got. It's on eBay. Aha! Alpha Counterspell. So that completes, that's another card I just don't seem to be able to hold on to. I always want to get a playset of Alpha Counterspells. And yeah, every time I get close, somebody asks me for an Alpha Counterspell. It's like clockwork. Anyway, here we go. Alpha Counterspell. Now this one is has got damage, and I looked at it, and I felt pretty confident when I looked at the type of damage that I could repair this. So let's have a peek. It's extensive. I just want to show you. It's not lightly damaged. It's really messed up. So this will be a future repair video. If you can see, it's got waviness going on all over the card, right here especially. So it's not in great condition there. You can see that. That'll be a future repair video, guys. We'll see what we can do about this. Feel like I'm just out there buying all the damage cards sometimes, right? Like maybe just buy some not damage cards, save myself a bit of time, but yeah, just actually like repairing them. Okay, and this one is from Rob, and this is comes in as a fixer-upper, something I'm going to work on for him. that's empty now. Good. Okay, it comes with just some instructions. Pull only. Pull only here. What if I don't pull? What if I just cut? I don't see anything. I don't honestly see anything to pull on, so I'm just going to cut. Maybe they meant cut. I'll just take that as a cut only. Does that work? All right. What poor card did he sacrifice here? Oh, that's okay. Throw Parasite. I think that's all right. So I think this is a really, really good can. I'm gonna try to take this out. I have to shake him out. I don't really love reaching in, but I don't have a choice. It's packed in there very tightly. Ugh. Come on. There we go. So this is a really, really good condition ancestral recall from what I was told. It is double sleeved, which is not something I just want to mention. I don't recommend storing your really minty cards in a playing sleeve, like a double sleeve, because that's more something you would put on a card you were going to play in a deck for the extra protection. But in terms of just a card that you're storing, it's kind of making it can be kind of like a tight fit. It can squeeze the edges, and you can often just create a little bit of damage to a card in the process of pulling it out. I'm going to go slow. I know how to undo these carefully. Okay. So there is supposedly a roller line in this card. See if we can find it. Okay, I think I see it. It's like right up here through the word magic. Is it noticeable on the front? Yeah, it's slightly noticeable. It's very slightly noticeable there on the front of the card. So it's not okay. So in terms of condition here on this card, I'll just assess it now. There's a little bit of edge wear down on this left corner. There's also something here along the edge of the card. I can see a couple of impressions. There's definitely 1-2 impressions right there in the card that maybe I can get the light on. The roller line travels across the card there. There's something up here on the card. So it's got something going on in the corner anyway down there. Toward the front. Could get my brighter light over here if we want to have a really good look. Let's see. Oh, it's been unplugged. Hold on a second. Try that again. Okay, let's see. Do we see that? It's a very faint roller line right across here. And now maybe that will show the back a little better. So yeah, I did see something here. There's also some sort of like abrasion or something that occurred here. I say actually now that I'm looking at it more carefully, there's a ding there, there, and there, so 3. And then there's a series of a small bunch of lines across here. And the roller line across the top. A little bit of wear on the top of the card here. That's my overall sense. Oh, and there's like a little circular indentation here. You can kind of see it like almost like the back of a pen. A Bic pen would have kind of made right there. So I think this is supposed to be a near mint card, maybe other than the roller line. I don't actually know. But I see if there's a few things here on this, and we'll see what we can do in terms of improving it. There's even something right there. Yeah, that's my assessment on this card. I think there's a little bit of scuffing up there. There's a roller line here, the little indentations, several of them in this area, a little bit of wear here and there, something on the edge, a little scuffing here. So I'll look back on this video. The reason I'm mentioning them twice is just so when I go to search through, I can find what I need to look for to see what I've been able to fix, what I've removed, how my progress is going. I see an indentation here by the pyramid. Small one. I see another indentation up here, just above the roller line, just above the guy's head, the dude's head there. There's a little something going on. And there might be a few more little things. I'm just trying to show it to the camera at the same time. All right, well, let's put it back in at least a single sleeve. And I guess this is probably a really long video. I doubt anybody is gonna watch this much mail opening, but if you are, thanks. You're champs. I'm glad you're here watching me open this as much as I'm glad to be opening it. And let's just open the two last things on my desk. Get everything done. So this comes from Scott. Real excited to have this. This is another repair. This is a great partnership. A friend of mine here, Scott. And if you don't know him, he runs Scott's Games. And he is just like honestly the nicest guy. Another super cool dude who I'm glad that Magic has like allowed me to meet. And he's sending up some cards for me to work on, maybe some other interesting stuff. He said he even sent me some cards for me to break. It's like, here, I'll just send you some extras. Anyways, the guy is really good. If you're looking for high-end cards or any type of card, yes, I'd say Scott from Scott's Games. And we're gonna have some cool stuff in here to work on. Okay, there's no cards, nothing here at the tip, so I'm gonna just cut through all this clear tape. Well protected, man. Okay. Keeping it safe. This guy, I think he told me one of his previous careers or current careers is in security. I from the packing job here, man, I'll believe you. look at this. All right, so this is another set of layers. I guess where do I start cutting in here? This is like top loaders and tape and little team bags. Let's see if we can get this to. Cool. Okay. All right. Really cool. Look at the start on this. This is Alpha Dual Land, Blue Dual Land 2, Tropical Island. Alpha Tropical Island. So that's a card. It's in great condition. Scott told me it just has something like a binder ding on it. And wow, no slouch. Look at that. Alpha Tropical Island, Alpha Mox Sapphire, foil Yawgmoth Will. It's a DCI Judge foil. That's, I think, pretty rare. But I don't know my DCI foils as well. And a damaged Lion's Eye Diamond, which I guess we'll find out how damaged that is. These will be in upcoming videos. I know that these two here are for some repair. And it says LP, but I know there's something going on. Maybe I see the edge where it would probably be LP if it weren't for that damage. And this Tropical looks like stunning. Looks like near mint. I'll show you guys that in a separate video since this is running long and unpacking that would take a fair bit of time. And then I think this is, I wouldn't say chaff, but this is just a bunch of, what is this here? How do I even get, it's like taped, oh my gosh. Outdone yourself. It's like more dangerous now because I have to cut, I have to cut into this. Okay, if I push all the cards there to the, it's not how this is designed to be opened. Criminy. Alright, I think it's just a pile of cards. What is this? Damage, Survival Fist, damage, Beta Meekstone, damaged, Wheel of Sun Moon, damage, Crucible, damage, Deranged Hermit, damage, Blood Crypt, damage, Kark, Iron Clan Ironworks, damage, Lightstone Throwing Devils, damage, Regular Devils, damage, Challenge of the Void, damage, this guy, Vampiric Tutor from Visions, damage. Ooh, really damaged. It's like someone tried to bite it here. You will not search for any more cards, sir. Damage, Remand, and damaged Modern Strip. Zendikar Strip Mine, maybe. Parallel Thoughts, damage, Damnation, damage. Damage, Counterspell. Damage. Alright. Lots of damage. That'll keep me. That's at least an afternoon worth of work. It's a ton of cards, guys. I'll be working on that in the wee hours. Okay, last something just for me. And cheers for all anybody still watching. Cheers to you. This will be a long one. Okay, I'll share with you a thought. So this by the way, this box comes from Dan. I'm driving home today. I'm listening on the radio, and they're saying, reports are in, and news is worse than expected. Like more people, I think 10% of Canada is living within the poverty line. 10%, which is up quite a bit. So they were expecting it to be up. It's just worse than expected, and what's really bad is a lot of those people are facing things like food insecurity, especially. That's a real terrible type of poverty to be in when you don't know you don't know if you're gonna be skipping meals, skipping a bunch of meals. You just have to make these terrible choices between paying for things you got to pay for and eating. And I'm also glad to say I believe that the tournament I went to on the weekend at the Brasslands, all the proceeds went to the local food bank. And at least I know also the one I went to in Ottawa, same too, it went out to the food bank there to help with that type of thing. But I'm also hearing the other day on the radio that grocery stores, since COVID, the stocks are just going through the roof. Like they're having year-on-year record profit years, right? And so we got this chart. Pardon me here. I mean, I'll get out my best graphics possible. So if you're watching this chart, oops, oh my God. So sorry if I made anybody dizzy. I mean, one person ever watching this long in a video. You got your XYZ, on this side here, you got, let's put on the X, you got profits. Oh wait, that's not right. You got, I'm so bad at graph. Like when are the X, Y, and Z? Like trying to think back to like CJEP or something like that. Wait. So anyway, you got. Let's just say this line here. This would be time. And this would be profits. I figured it out eventually. I got there. Best graph ever. I don't know if it's like this. Grocery store. I gotta look at, or maybe it's like this. I think it's more like that. Like grocery stores are just like up here right now, and then you got people, and you got like, got same thing of time, and you got people, and you got basically. They're people's wealth, personal money, and you got food security. So at the same time, this other graph is going like, or kind of straight down. I don't know exactly, but you can see where they meet and where they continue, and where we are right now is here. So grocery stores have jacked up the prices on every single thing we have to buy, because you have to buy food. And our government, doesn't matter which government it is, I'm not for one or the other, they're all spineless. They're all in bed with these companies. It doesn't make any difference. And maybe I'm going to sound like, I'm not a conspiracy theorist here. I just know who pays the lobbyists and who the laws are written for. And that large companies are very, very hard for a government even to control and rein in. And I don't think there's anybody who's got the stomach for that. But so the grocery stores are just charging more and more and more money. And look at this, record profits, and then people suffering. It just pisses me off, man. It pisses me off. It's not something I can personally feel like. I've said my piece here. That's part of me making a difference today. But obviously, more than that has to be done. And between that and gas prices, but the food is really what pisses me off the most. I think more than gas prices. Like, it sucks that prices on gas are high, and that's another way that people are facing this type of insecurity. And yeah, I feel like I could easily eat some flack in the comments here if somebody's watching and says, well, look, you're buying expensive Magic cards. Like, well, I'm not facing food insecurity, and I do donate to those causes. Like, I do that as well. I just think it's really shitty that that companies are not held to account. That there's nobody saying, hey, you know what, you can't do that. You can't just take the prices of food and things that people need to eat and just put it up that much. And then, when COVID happens, you use any excuse to raise prices. Say, oh, it's supply chain. Oh, it's the cost we're paying now. Everything's more. But hey, prices are back to normal on shipping containers. I know. I get stuff shipped. I know container prices. They're right back to basically normal. They're not having problems with growing and stuff like that. But yet, why the price stays the same. They realize people will have to pay, and they're going to be allowed to do it. And it's just like these companies, they're just making these giant mergers, and they're just pushing boundaries. And whenever they see that there's no resistance whatsoever, they're like, okay, good. Well, we can just take a little bit more now. We'll just take a little bit more. And there's like no limit to clearly how much they'll take and how greedy they'll be. And it's deplorable to me. It really is. Now, I've ranted long enough about that. I won't make this video all about that, but I had to get it off my chest. It pissed me off after I heard it on the drive home. Anyway, that's what I feel about that. And yeah, at least I got some of these, right? These dual lands, I've got 10 unlimited dual lands. That was something I worked really hard and earned this last little week. And there's a couple of these, the Underground Sea and the Tundra, I have a playset of already because they're in one of my main decks, but the rest of them are all cards I don't have full playsets of. And although I think now I have a playset of Plateaus, that's pretty big. This is what I've been working on. Like my first goal when I got back into collecting was was 4 of every revised dual land. It took me like about a year and a bit to get them in nice condition. I was trying for a nice condition. I wasn't playing at the time. Now that I'm playing, I'm looking for more like players' copies, played conditions. And I'm slowly changing most of my collection over to that, more played copies. Anyway, so this is kind of filling a niche for me because I don't think I'll be upgrading to alpha or beta dual lands anytime in the near future. So what else can I say? I want to say thank you to anybody who's listening in. If you happen to disagree with my take on whatever, feel free to share. That's just one man's opinion. I'm not an authority, but I think it's important, if you don't like something, it's important to be mad. It's okay to be mad and express that, and that's what I'm doing there. And I'm happy about the cards, and likewise I'll express that. I'm glad that I got the cards that I have here in front of me. I mean, this pile is for someone else, and fixing cards is my way of giving back to people and doing something that I'm figured out and I'm good at doing, which is solving those types of problems. And yeah, I'm glad that the people I met, because of this hobby, that's been really great, and the events I've been going to. So I guess at the end, besides ranting and shitting on big companies, I'm grateful for the people in my life, and especially people I've been connected with from Magic. So that's it. Super long video. Signing off. Thanks for tuning in, and appreciate all of you. If you're not having a great day, no one's told you you're a special person, and you should probably just look yourself in the mirror, and you don't need anyone to tell you that you are a special person. Take good care of yourself. Signing off.